With details on a new show for a company and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Mentioning a possible matchup against Batista after they both were in the Killer Games movie together, Drew McIntyre said this to Comic Book: "I hope not. I mean, the fight itself was a lot of fun, and I was disappointed during my time in WWE when Dave was there. I kind of grew up around him in my early 20s. He was such a big star, obviously at the time, peak of his career. We never had that singles match, so it's fun to get to fight with no restrictions. You can kill people in movies, but I'm very up for it, obviously. It's in Dave's court. I said this earlier. I'm not saying that Dave's chicken if he doesn't accept a match, but he's definitely something that's another word for a cat." At a University of North Texas football game, a player would pay tribute to Stone Cold Steve Austin after making a game-changing interception. Addressing the AEW status of Sting after the Star's surprise appearance at All In, president of the promotion Tony Khan said this during a media call for All Out. Sting is with AEW and he's retired from wrestling. He's not going to have any more matches after the great send-off at Revolution. Sting is retired undefeated in AEW as a world champion, and I think Sting had this incredible send-off from wrestling, but he's still very much a huge part of the AEW family. Sting and Darby Allin have formed a friendship that extends to real life, and Sting is a close friend of mine as well, and I'm very blessed to have Sting as a part of the AEW family. Providing an update on Powerhouse Hobbs, who has been absent from AEW following an injury, Tony Khan said this to Bleacher Report: "Will Hobbs has been visiting the doctors. He was injured wrestling against Jon Moxley in April. It's been several months of Hobbs being out. We're hoping to get him back soon, but I think there is still some time he needs for the recovery. Powerhouse Hobbs is a huge part of AEW and has been a great champion. We look forward to getting Will Hobbs back. I can't say the exact date, but he's somebody in our plans that we want to get going again soon. It's been nice to see him backstage a couple of times lately. This wasn't the first time we've seen him, which is a good thing that he keeps coming in for checkups and is making good progress." Addressing the idea that pro wrestling is fake, former UFC and WWE star Ken Shamrock told DJ Vlad, "Oh, no question, but let me explain this in a way that I think that visually people might have a better understanding on why pro wrestling and people get physically beat up in pro wrestling is that I want people, if you haven't seen it yet, but to go watch it. I want you to go and look at the most famous chair shot that has ever been thrown in a WWF match, and that is with Ken Shamrock and The Rock. When you see that chair shot, you tell me that the ending is predetermined. Tell me that this is stuff that happens in a wrestling match, whereas that in the end and because of the ending is predetermined, that wrestling is fake." Speaking about the play-by-play commentary debut of Joe Tessitore, Jim Ross noted on his Grilling JR podcast, "Tessitore is a solid hand. He's a good announcer. My only question will be, how much product knowledge can he acquire in a short length of time? Wrestling fans are picky with their announcing. They know what they like and what they don't like. When you mispronounce somebody's name or you say the wrong name, whatever, we act like it's a federal crime. It isn't, it's human error, and this game is done by humans. humans. Tessitore has got great experience. He'll do a good job. Again, the one thing that I'm waiting on is to see how much product knowledge he has acquired since he made his deal with WWE, but he is a good addition. No doubt he's a good addition to their team. I think it's going to take him a year to get his feet on the ground and to get comfortable in his setting. That's what I think, and I might be overstating it. He may be a quick study and it's 6 months or 3 months, but it's going to take some time to get in a groove and find your timing. Announcing is all about timing, in my opinion. I've said this to my partners over the years, and it sounds egocentric. Just listen to me, and I'll bring you to your point. I'll get you to where we want to go, and then you take over from there with your part of the broadcast. Asked if he was open to joining the DC universe to appear in James Gunn's films for the promotion, Batista told comicbook.com, "Yeah, of course, as I've said, and I've been very open to that. I guess it just has to be the right part, but I'm very open to it, and I love James, and I would do anything to work with him." Talk about the deal to bring WWE Raw to Netflix next year. Roman Reigns said this at Bloomberg's New York Power Players event. "I think this is the biggest deal of all time, to be honest. We've been on linear television for decades, leading the way in episodic programming. To now take WWE Raw to Netflix is unheard of. Seeing how much we've grown since 2020 when everything changed makes this move even more exciting. It's a huge opportunity to showcase what we've mastered in live TV." During that same interview, Roman Reigns responded to John Cena calling him the greatest of all time in WWE, saying, "As far as what John said, I kinda witnessed and observed his early reign being WWE's top guy and face of the company, so nobody knows better than everything that it takes to get to that point and be part of the conversation. So I guess I'm gonna have to agree with him." Responding to fans calling Damian Priest bisexual Undertaker, Rhea Ripley told Ring the Bell, "I love it, I love it. If anyone can find my comment on his photo, I think where he's sitting on a throne, you can tell that I love it. He hates it. He's a very flamboyant man. He does a little hair flick every now and then before going in a battle. He's just like, yeah, he's definitely a bisexual Undertaker. I'm sorry, Priest, I love you." For details on AEW's booking plans regarding Hangman Page burning down Swerve Strickland's house, Ringside News wrote that, to build hype for their match at All Out, AEW aired a segment in which Page burned down Strickland's childhood home. Strickland had purchased the house with the money from his new AEW contract, making it a symbol of his hard-earned success. However, Page was determined to strip that away from him, reducing the home to nothing but ashes. This extreme act showcased the intensity of their rivalry, and it also came with a real life scare for Page. Hangman also came dangerously close to getting caught in the flames himself during the filming of the scene. As for the legality of the act, Sean Ross Sapp also hinted during his podcast on Fightful Select that AEW will eventually explain in the storyline why Hangman Page wasn't arrested for committing such an extreme act. Fans are eagerly awaiting that explanation, especially given how far the feud between Page and Strickland has escalated. We're told that there are storyline reasons planned as to why Hangman isn't in jail or has any charges or anything like this. It was also noted that people in AEW are very happy about this angle. They shot the arson scene from the side of Swerve's house, and they certainly used the same home. It was stated that AEW wouldn't have gone through the trouble of doing all that setup if they were going to bait and switch the homes. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful added that Page nearly caught on fire. There was a small crew, they also had firefighters there and all that. That was also an honest-to-God shot of Hangman on the side of the house. The fire was very close to him, I'm told. There were some who said that it was very close to him catching a blaze. providing an update on his health after his tag team match at AEW All Out. One half of the tag team champions, Matt Jackson, posted a photo of his face, writing, "Came out more banged up than anyone else last night, but what can I say? I do it for the love of the game." Touching on the reason that Bret Hart is returning to Raw, Ringside News noted that, according to Dave Meltzer's latest Wrestling Observer Daily Update, a major reason behind Hart's return is that it will be his final appearance at the Saddle Dome, as the historic arena is scheduled to be torn down. The Saddle Dome has hosted numerous WWE events over the years and is a significant location in both Hart's career and wrestling history. In addition to his sentimental return, it has been reported that Bret Hart is scheduled to work a segment with current Intercontinental Champion Gunther on the show. While the exact details of the segment haven't been fully revealed, fans can expect an exciting interaction between the WWE legend and the dominant champion. Claiming that she is the one that retired Becky Lynch, as the star is not under WWE contract currently, Liv Morgan told The Big Show with Rusick and Rose, "I'm so happy and I'm so proud. I'm just trying to enjoy it all and do everything justice. Two-time world champion, two-time tag team champion, Money in the Bank winner. I single-handedly retired Becky Lynch. I'm the one person to defeat Rhea Ripley in the last 2 years, and I have Daddy Dom. I'm a very, very, very happy girl." Speaking about potentially having mid-card women's titles on Raw and SmackDown, NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez told the Masked Man Show, "I would love that. Honestly, I remember right before my match, they announced the NXT Women's North American Championship. I started tearing up and got chills because it was such a cool moment. It's what every woman in wrestling has been fighting for over the years. And now we finally got it. I think they should start doing that on the main roster. We should get a mid-card title." After Jon Moxley attacked Bryan Danielson at AEW All Out, he would be flipped off by a fan.
Let this guy! Fuck you!
Calling out WWE's handling of Bobby Lashley, who is no longer with the promotion, MVP said this to KNS WrestleFest. "You could definitely make the case that with Bobby, it's about age. You want to go with fresh and younger talent, I get that. How do you take Bobby completely out of the title picture? He still looks better than everybody on the roster. He's in better shape than everybody on the roster. He can literally kick everybody's ass on the roster. If you're trying to make these new guys, Bobby on his way out is somebody you should still keep. If you lost Brock, why wouldn't you stick Bobby in that spot? Bobby is Black Brock. Why wouldn't you use Bobby in that position and make guys on the way out? Triple H retired when he was 49 or 50. Bobby just turned 48. Going over rumors of a backstage incident at AEW All Out, Ringside News wrote that the AEW All Out pay-per-view had a lot of eyes on it, not just for the in-ring action, but due to rumors of a potential backstage incident. During the show at the Now Arena, a fan reported seeing security personnel rushing backstage, which sparked speculation about what might have been happening behind the scenes. Sean Ross Sapp, a Fightful, addressed the situation during his post-show coverage. He noted that security was seen running backstage during the match between Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale, hinting that something might have gone down. However, as the show's conclusion, no specific details had emerged. Sapp mentioned that he was gathering more information and said, "There's word that maybe a little something went down, like an argument or something. I'm getting details right now actually. Damn, I'll let you know as soon as I can." Later on, Sapp clarified that there had been a situation involving a production employee, but it didn't seem like a major issue. Eventually, Sapp took to Twitter to put the rumors to rest, describing the situation as a big nothing burger, confirming that no serious incident occurred backstage. Fans were relieved by the clarification, especially after the tumultuous brawl-out incident in 2022. It seems this time around, AEW was able to avoid any backstage drama, allowing the focus to remain on the show itself. Brian Alvarez added on Wrestling Observer Radio that, so before this match started, a bunch of security dudes just started sprinting backstage. What happened was apparently there was some incident with one of the wrestlers that wasn't on the show. They were shooting something backstage, and this wrestler and a production guy got into a big thing. Some people are saying it was absolutely nothing, but it was big enough that security sprinted backstage. But I was told that whatever it was, they apparently talked it out and everything ended up okay. With her having been absent from AEW television since August of last year, Rebel posted an update on her health to Instagram, writing, "This year has not been what I expected. I've kept this private until now because I believe I'm on the up. Thank you to the very few who knew what was going on and kept it private. And for those who didn't know, I'll spare you the details, but in short, I was hospitalized in May for a good while because they found a mass in my lung that they couldn't figure out what it was. Turns out it's pneumonia. A couple of CT scans found some other minor issues that I'm taking care of. I feel better every day now that I am getting a handle on these things. Next year's birthday, expect a very fit bikini pic. Cheers to another trip around the sun." Responding to being compared to Hulk Hogan on a live stream, Nikki Minaj said this.
Who you calling Hulk Hogan? Motherfucker, you know what? Blocking your ass, motherfucker. Blocking your ass. Hulk Hogan? Oh, hunty. Hulk Hogan? Hulk blocking. I'm talking about some Hulk Hogan.
On X, a clip was posted of Swerve Strickland taking a chair shot to the head from Hangman Page at AEW All Out. Former WWE personality Jonathan Coachman replied, "Dumb, dumb, dumb, dumb. Have we learned nothing the last 20 years? Someone needs to talk to Swerve and let him know that this is unnecessary. So many spots last night that screamed, 'Watch me please, we do crazy sh'. Just so unnecessary to put your long-term health in danger. I don't care if you are trying to score a TV deal or increase viewership. Damn, Tony Khan, protect your people from themselves." Coachman also said this about the use of a hypodermic needle on Swerve, writing, "That needle bit was some of the worst things I've seen in a long time, and anyone defending it is simply blindly loyal. Which shows me that it is that everything I get on here is you're a WWE mark, all you do is kiss Triple H's ass. Well, you clearly never watch Behind the Buckle because we are far from WWE's mouthpiece. We talk about pro wrestling, and today it's about how badly AEW is trying to make headlines, and these are the wrong ones. My goodness, it was one awful decision after another. Last one for me. On to the NFL today and something positive. Former WWE referee Jimmy Corderas then said, "A real boss would do just that, coach. Protect the talent from themselves. Also, what a locker room leader would do. Someone needs to step up and stop the inmates from running the asylum." Swerve Strickland responded to the criticism, writing, "Unsanctioned. What did you expect? Go where others won't go." Talking about a new AEW show that could be heading to a network outside of Warner Bros. Discovery, Ringside News wrote that AEW has made significant strides over the past 5 years, improving in many areas, particularly in production. Recent rumors suggest that AEW's new show, titled AEW Shockwave, could be part of their expanded partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery. The likely home for this show may have just been revealed. On September 6th, All Elite Wrestling officially applied for the trademark AEW Shockwave with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The application is still under review by a trademark examiner. The filing describes AEW Shockwave as offering various entertainment services, including live professional wrestling performances, wrestling matches, and the production and distribution of related programming. While AEW has not confirmed its specific plans for the name, fans are buzzing with speculation that this could be the title of a new television series or possibly even a pay-per-view event. During a Q&A session on Fightful, Select, Sean Ross Sapp addressed the rumors about AEW's potential deal with Fox. Sapp acknowledged that he had heard whispers about AEW Shockwave airing on Fox, and that the network had shown interest, but no concrete information had surfaced recently. I've heard the rumor that Shockwave could land on Fox, and that the network is interested, but I haven't heard anything really solid as of late.
I got people messaging me. They're like, yo, Kevin Nash is talking shit about you. I said, damn, who is Kevin Nash? And I mean that. I'm unfamiliar with this guy, which I think is his problem. I'm not as versed in the WWE and in wrestling as maybe I should be, as my peers are. But then how am I so much better than all of them? You know, I don't have the answers to these questions. It is a question. I don't know how I could be the best in the WWE, or at least one of the best. Like, I'm surely a top fiver, and I don't even do it full time. Now imagine if I did learn a little bit. Imagine if I devoted, came one of the boys, learned what the difference between a shoot and a work was. Will that make me a champion? Fuck me. Fuck you. You're one of the old guys who is bitter that I am better at your job than you ever were. And that makes you pathetic. This will be my sport, and I will continue to make guys like you eat your words when I devote a little bit of time to it. So fuck me, fuck you.
Thanks, Brett. That was great. You feel good? Great. That was awesome. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here. Super hell of a reaction. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, feel good? Really good. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Brett. That was great. You feel good? That was great. That was awesome. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, thanks for being here. Super hell of a reaction. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, feel good? Really good. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.